Hello everyone and welcome back to this channel. Today we are going to look at Kirby and the Forgotten Land for the Nintendo Switch. So how is Kirby's latest adventure? Let's find out in this review. Remember, if you are new here, and if you like these videos, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons for your support, it really helps out a lot. And don't forget the notification button for all future videos. Kirby's first fully 3D adventure is so inviting that you barely notice you're engaging with a game in the first place. In true franchise tradition, the game offers little resistance and loads of guidance through a veritable theme park filled to the brim with a wide variety of pleasant distractions and secrets to uncover. While previous Kirby games have used 3D polygons to add some depth to their presentation, the franchise gameplay has by and large been confined to a single 2D plane, save for minigames like Kirby 3D Rumble. Forgotten Land is a big step for the franchise that has been waiting for its Super Mario 64-style full 3D moment for decades. Despite the added dimension, though, you shouldn't expect a Super Mario Odyssey-style open world here. Almost every level is still a mostly straight path from point A to point B, with very little room for unguided exploration or backtracking. You may run into an occasional short hidden branch on the way that loops back to the main path, but for the most part, this is a decidedly Crash Bandicoot-style take on 3D level design. The player can't even directly control the camera, as there's only one perspective that makes sense, the one that points forward. The game uses this quirk to its advantage, hiding many secrets in ways that are hard to spot from the fixed perspective. Anyone who's played a past Kirby game should know this series isn't exactly known for fleshed-out stories, and the same applies to Forgotten Land. There's very little dialogue here, with Kirby's hilariously goofy facial expressions and adorable chirps proving worthy substitutes. The story opens with Kirby and his Waddle Dee companions being sucked up into a vortex, and then being spat out into an unfamiliar world. It's here where the Waddle Dee are kidnapped, forcing Kirby to search the island to free his odd-looking friends. Familiar faces from the Kirby universe also make an appearance later on in the game, while there are some surprisingly shocking twists towards the end. It's all very silly and ludicrous, in typical Kirby fashion, but has a very enjoyable final third with enough action-packed cutscenes to rival a Marvel film. Controls are tight and responsive, with most of Kirby's traditional moveset returning, transitioning absolutely flawlessly into 3D. Simply just running around and listening to the gentle squish-squash of Kirby's red shoes against the ground is satisfying. Jumping, guarding, and sliding feels great as well, as does inhaling, swallowing, and hovering. I was a bit concerned that hovering in particular would cause game-breaking tactics and bugs, but, thankfully, it's restricted more than enough to prevent you from just floating across the stage. The entire game can even be played in local co-op mode, as your friend takes the role of Bandana Waddle Dee, though he doesn't have the ability to inhale. He can perform a unique and powerful spear-spinning attack. Every world, each one themed completely different from the last, is made up of multiple main stages and a final boss. The main stages are filled with platforming and puzzle-solving challenges, lots of star coins to collect, and captured Waddle Dees to save, as you need to find the necessary amount of them to continuously build new attractions in Waddle Dee Town. As for each world's final stage boss battle, which is also unlocked by saving enough captured Waddle Dees, your goal in these levels is to empty the opponent's health bar before they empty yours. Star projectiles will spawn around the arena that the boss is extremely vulnerable to. Health can be replenished by eating food spread around the main stages. Waddle Dee Town features plenty of content and locations that, even though the game could technically live without, adds so much obvious quality and care to the overall gameplay experience. The cinema, for example, goes above and beyond by not only offering the capability to re-watch cutscenes, but does so in the charming manner of a traditional movie theater. There are also a few enjoyable mini-games that can be unlocked around the town to earn yourself more star coins. Many more buildings will be unlocked in Waddle Dee Town as you continuously save more Waddle Dees, and part of the fun is discovering what will appear in the town next. Kirby's adventures take him through a series of levels. Each stunning environment ingeniously and seamlessly incorporated into the level design. Each area feels unique and has a distinct visual style, An abandoned waterworks factory, a science fiction level, a frozen cityscape with similar landmarks to London, etc. Kirby and the colorful, cartoonish enemies he fights looks awesome. Everything in this game looks good. All the level designs were well done in this game. This game has a soundtrack that'll lift your spirits and motivate you as you navigate your way through the game. Of the songs in the game, I enjoyed the one that plays in Waddle Dee's weapons shop the most, though, that could be because of the extensive amount of time I spent in there. Sound effects and sound design are also a highlight in Kirby and the Forgotten Land, with Kirby's little plop 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 of his feet as he walks around and childlike high as he waves to Waddle Dees in Waddle Dee Town never failing to make me smile. The game really comes alive, thanks to the attention to detail in its sound design. Kirby and the Forgotten Land is the most ambitious game of the series. Its jump to 3D is as smooth as its malleable main character, and its core platforming is so refined as to be the envy of other titles in the genre. While its linear levels may be irritating in the face of its creative mouthful mode transformations, that tension only speaks to how enjoyable it is to absorb your problems. This is an enjoyable platformer filled with color and wonder that lacks any real challenge, even on its hardest difficulty, while Waddle Dee Tower is a delightful hub world that I always enjoyed heading back to in between levels. It's just a shame that level design isn't pushed to the extent that we know Nintendo is capable of. Even though this is an easy game, this is one of the best platformers on the Nintendo Switch and is extremely fun. I would highly recommend it. Kirby and the Forgotten Land for the Nintendo Switch. It's a 5 out of 5. What did you think about Kirby and the Forgotten Land for the Nintendo Switch? Please leave comments below to share your thoughts. Okay, I want to thank you for watching, and remember to like this video, as it helps out a ton, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe if you like these videos. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.